guys, it's Kaylee, and today I'm starting my college series. So I'm currently a senior in high school. It's my spring semester and I got all my college decisions back, and I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about my stats and which schools I applied to and which schools I got into. So I'm gonna start off with my stats and my resume a little bit. I'm sorry, I had to look at it because sometimes I forget. I'm not gonna lie, my stats and my resume aren't that impressive, and I'm just saying that because I go to like supposedly a really good high school in the Bay Area. We're expected to be smart because we had to test to get into the school. I think my stats aren't that high. So if you think they're high, thank you, but in my personal opinion, they're not that high. So my UC GPA, which is cumulative of the sophomore and junior year, and it's weighted, I got a 4.22, and I think unweighted was a 3.89. I got 1B in one semester of my sophomore year and 1B in one semester of my junior year, so that's why. So that's my GPA. My highest SAT that I took was a 1310. My super score, which is what privates use, was a 1340, I believe. So like, not terrible, but also not like wow amazing. It's like kind of in the middle. I did take a lot of SATs. Now moving on to my resume. Now every person's resume is gonna look different because of certain circumstances that you live in. You know, if you had to work a job or whatever. I'm blessed enough that both of my parents have jobs and I don't have to ever worry about that. So thank you, Mom and Dad, for letting me just do whatever I want to do. So the first thing was an award/honor category. So I was part of the Korean Honor Society. I'm not Korean, just saying, but I did take 3 years of Korean in high school. I was supposed to take it this year, but the class got canceled. Big rip. Anyways, so yeah, I was in the Korean 3 honors last year, and my teacher helped us apply to be part of the Korean Honor Society, so I was part of that. I put that down because I was given that award because I'm involved in the Korean program, because I was also a TA and a tutor for Korean students. And then moving on to extracurriculars, I was part of my church's worship team, and I played guitar since I think I started learning freshman year, and then I started playing like sophomore, junior year, and I still play now, and I'm also part of the audiovisual team. I do sound system stuff every Sunday, so just something that like shows consistency. Another thing that I did, I'm not that part of that many clubs at my school, but this is one club that I joined this year. It's called Agape Christian Club. It's the Christian club at my school, and my best friend, who's the president of the club, she asked me to join. I wrote about the experience of trying to like basically what I do. So like I lead a small group. I also help lead worship, even though I've never led worship on my own. By lead worship, I mean like I play guitar and I tried to sing, but I'm really not that good at singing. I was also the vice president, though, you know, no one really knows that, but I wrote that I was the vice president. Not that that really matters. Something else I did at school was called the Spirit Committee for dance. Something about me is I am a dancer. For Spirit Committee, I started in my sophomore year and I continued on until now. Unfortunately, I was supposed to have my last performance, but the day before our rally, which is when I perform, the day before our rally, school got canceled and we were told to evacuate the school. We came back for 3 days and then our whole district canceled school for 2 weeks, and now it's all the way till March. So, but anyways, so I was part of the Spirit Committee, and I talked about it's like not in my comfort zone because I am a ballet and contemporary dancer, but for Spirit Committee, you're doing like hip hop. And even though I didn't have training in that, I still felt like, hey, this is like something I'm interested in and I'm gonna do it. And I continued to do it for 3 years. And it was scary because like you're performing in front of your whole school, and my school is really big. It's like almost 3,000 people, including all the teachers there. It's like 3,000 people. The next thing I wrote was the youth ministry at my church. I was a Sunday school TA, and I also helped babysit kids for free whenever their parents had fellowships and stuff. Ever since I was in middle school, I'd done that. I just, you know, dedicate my Saturdays to babysitting the kids. Something else I put was peer mentoring, which is at my school. It's part of the peer resources program. Basically, every freshman will have a mentor. Every mentor will have around 2 to 4. I had 4 freshmen, and then we just mentor them throughout their freshman year, you know, go to their homerooms and visit them, talk to them, check up on them, help them with anything school related or out of school. I always told my freshmen that they're always welcome to talk to me, even if it's like not school related. although they didn't. They're kind of shy, but that's okay. So I wrote about that, and then I wrote about, how I gave school tours. So part of that program was you had to complete like 5 service hours or whatever. One of the opportunities was giving tours to incoming freshmen, so like current 8th graders and their families. I decided, yeah, I can do that. And even though I like don't really know the school like to the back of my hand, or whatever, like I still did it, and people really enjoyed it. They said I did a good job, and they even complimented me walking backwards. Like they're like, do you take classes to learn how to walk backwards? I was like, what? No, I don't. I didn't even know. I guess that's my like secret talent. Next thing I put was the summer camp at my church. This one was the main thing that I did. I started as a camper, moved on to become a counselor in my 8th grade year. In my sophomore year, I became a main counselor, which is like overseeing a whole entire group. And I wrote about the experience of like being a leader and like what I learned from my mistakes and how I grew as a leader. I think that's basically all I wrote. The only reason I took so long is because I'm talking a lot about all my extracurriculars. Okay, now moving on. ACT. I forgot to mention, I did take the ACT, did not do so hot, so I didn't put on any of my college stuff. Now I'm going to talk about the schools that I applied to. Did I get in? Did I get rejected? Like, what's going on? So the first school, I'm going to do in alphabetical order. I applied to Azusa Pacific University, which is located in Southern California. It's a private Christian college, and I applied for the accounting major. I got accepted, yay, and I also got, I think it's called the President's Scholarship, and I'm also in the honors college, which basically I'm getting a minor in humanities. So I got a scholarship for the honors program, and I also got an early action scholarship, which basically means like I applied early action, so that I got a scholarship for that. I didn't even know that was a thing. And in my program I will also get scholarships. The next university I applied to was Biola University, which is also in Southern California, and it is also a private Christian college. I applied for accounting as well. I did get a scholarship, though I'm not really sure what it's called. Oh, it's also called the President's Scholarship. And I believe if I go, I will be getting a scholarship of like $1,000 because I'm the pastor's daughter, or a pastor's daughter, and I got in, if that wasn't obvious. The third college I applied to was Cal Poly Pomona, which is also in Southern California. It is a part of the CSU, which is California State University System. So I applied liberal arts major so that I can go and get a master's in education because I want to become elementary school teacher, and I got in. The next college I applied to was Cal Poly SLO, which is San Luis Obispo. It is again part of the CSU system, and I applied liberal arts as well for the same reason as I did Pomona, and I got into the school. The next college I applied to was Concordia University Chicago, which is the only out-of-state college I applied to. I got a couple scholarships. I got the Pillars Scholarship, the Augusta Addison Award, the Church Professional Leadership Award. So I got those 3, and I got accepted. It was the first college that I applied to, actually, because I didn't have to write an essay or anything. The next college I applied to was Concordia University Irvine. Oh wait, I didn't even tell you what major I put for Concordia Chicago. Okay, for both Concordia University Irvine and Concordia Chicago, I applied for Lutheran education. The Concordia system is part of my church synod, LCMS. Lutheran education is just basically to become a Lutheran teacher. I will also be getting like an actual teaching credential, but it's so that I can teach like at a Lutheran school. And at Concordia, I also got a couple scholarships. I got the Regent Scholarship, the Vocational Scholarship, the Christ College Scholarship. So I got those 3. The next school I applied to was UC Davis. I applied psychology major so I can eventually get a master's in education. I got waitlisted for that school, which is okay. I submitted my waitlist thing already, like the essay or whatever. The next school I applied to was UC Irvine. I applied education science major. It's a bachelor's of arts, and I got accepted. The last school I applied to was UCLA. I applied for business econ, and that was the only school that I got rejected from. So those are all the schools I applied to. I was actually pretty surprised that I only got rejected from one, considering my stats weren't amazing, but yeah. So now it's just like picking which college I will be going to, which is really difficult because I'm really indecisive. So I'll be praying about that. I'll keep you guys updated, and see you next time. Bye!